A respected Toronto neurosurgeon accused of killing his physician wife wants to be released from jail until his trial is held. It's rare for someone charged with first-degree murder to be granted bail, but this isn't unheard of. And tonight, an explainer on just what factors a judge takes into account and how your opinion plays a role. Social media photos of far happier times. The power couple, both respected in their fields. He in neurosurgery, she in family practice, had 3 children. Last December, Dr. Elena Frick's body was found in the Humber River in Kleinburg. A lengthy Toronto Life article detailed a troubled and violent relationship, one Dr. Frick was planning to end in the days before her murder. It also describes how her body was found stuffed in a suitcase. Her long hair had been chopped off. Mohammed Shamji has been in jail since he was charged with first-degree murder the day after his wife's body was found. And now, 8 months later, a judge has heard 2 days of arguments from his lawyers on why he should be released from his jail cell until his trial. I spoke with criminal lawyer Daniel Brown about just what a judge must consider in a request like this. Is it fairly formulaic that a judge looks at A, B, C, and D before making a decision?
So the first thing the judge will look at is whether the person is a flight risk. The next thing they'll look at is whether or not they're likely to commit further offenses. The last thing they'll look at, even if they satisfy those 2 criteria, is whether or not in the future the public would be outraged or it would undermine the public's confidence in the justice system if the person is released pending trial.
A couple of notable cases where bail has been granted in serious crimes. James Frisillo, right now out on bail pending his appeal of his conviction of attempted murder in the death of Sammy Yatim. Bail was also granted to preacher Philip Grandine, who is appealing his conviction in the drugging and drowning death of his wife, Carissa. During these bail hearings, there is a publication ban, which means we can't tell you the arguments that are being made for or against granting bail.
Publication bans exist for good reason, and that's to preserve a fair trial, because what is admissible at a bail hearing isn't always admissible at a trial. And so there'll be a hearing way down the line before this case goes to trial to decide what evidence the Crown Attorney can and cannot present at trial. Can they get into prior disputes between the family members, for example? Did the police gather evidence illegally? These are all the things the judge at trial will consider, and we don't want to prejudice a jury. So a judge will be making a ruling next week on whether Shamji will be released from on bail. If he is released, then we'll be able to report the restrictions that will be placed on the freedom, how much surety is being put up, and who is paying for it.